all these snaps I'm going to show you for the next, 20 or so plays, 20, 25 plays are going to be him at left guard. Maybe one at center. I'll point it out if not, but I'm going to say it anyway. 66 left guard reach. So with him again, or not again, I just think I always say again when I don't say something in the first place. I maybe just because I watch it, I talk to myself. I don't know. One of his best traits is his athleticism. So I think it will be the outside zone system will be conducive to him being a little bit more successful. Chargers, they ran more inside zone gap stuff than like outside zone. So I think his athleticism is his best trait or one of his best traits, whereas his like drive blocking, moving guys off the ball, pinning guys, kicking guys out. Don't think that's his best ability, but you can see in terms of athleticism, lateral explosion, etc. right here, it's pretty good. Now you want to watch his feet crossing over like this. They don't cross over brutally, but they do. But you have and this is how a guy and John Benton would coach it. On the backside you have to cheat to get in front to overtake that front side shoulder. So you have to aim for that front side shoulder, but that front hand you want to rake, which is going to come to the chest and kind of push opposite of the play side with the front side hand, and the left hand is going to come out. As like it depends if you're in backside, front side. Front side, it's more of like a catch hand where it's kind of out to your side and you're just ready to catch a guy if he shoots you backside, just to get that positional leverage and kind of stick the block. And on the backside, it's more of like a tight flipper, as he typically says, where it's more inside and ready to shoot to the inside post of the defensive lineman. But not going to go crazy with that stuff. I cannot wait to watch film this year at 17 games with you guys. Depending on my work weeks, as you guys know, some games will be 20 play reviews. Like that might be all I could do for that week, because some weeks are crazy. Some of them will be 50. It really depends on my schedule. So good reach block, good lateral athleticism, good explosion, good job. Obviously crossing his face to get that positional leverage, gets popped up, but good job keeping balance with his feet and then hopping back to get that leverage and getting hands on and lifting. Not even lifting, he actually wrenches. So he's wrenching where he's dropping his weight, which is not necessarily part of a wrench, but right hand onto the back hip area, left hand onto the chest, and now he's going to straighten them out. Just push with the right, push with the left, and it's just straightening that back out, which obviously stands him up and is he can't run through that. So wrenches him up. Obviously, hell of a block to start. I think so. I think we start off pretty positive with Feeney. I feel like he played better at guard than center to me. We'll speak about why in a little bit. Drive, okay, right here, left guard. Again, for people saying he's awful, again, starter versus backup. Guy you want as backup, I'm okay. And we'll see, obviously the first two plays are great. But they run a draw, so he's more rooting down in his set. Obviously still has to take on any quick, penetration or contact to himself. So drops your shoulder into him. I like the hand placement of the left hand into the armpit, into the ribs. We talk about that a lot. If you watch any offensive lineman review, we watched a lot with ABT. And I'm assuming if you watch my ABT review, you're probably, or if you're watching my Feeney review, you probably watch my ABT review. So attack the center of mass, core power to turn them out of the play side or away from the play side, drive his feet, maintain contact. Good block. Feeney hand high, quick feet effort. Okay. Left guard. Definitely plays with effort. You like that. Nice touchdown catch with Keenan Allen. Yeah, Keenan Allen. So he jump sets the loose three, let's call him. Plays with relatively decent leverage. You see his left hand does land high, though. You can see it lands into the face mask. Obviously, you want to see that in the chest. whether it be, more inside pec, outside pec. We want to see at least in the chest, in the chest. So his hands don't land cleanly. You have the wide three, whatever, is try to take the arc, try to bend outside of him. Feeney gets his hands on, obviously, and then just going to run him up or run up the arc. And he's going to maintain contact with that left hand. The right hand gets kind of swiped upwards or ripped upwards, and he just maintains that contact, runs him all the way down the arc. So you like the effort here, and some other things. So positive. 2 start. Cool with that. Left card. And you guys know by now if I'm doing a review, if the first play is bad, the first play is bad. I hate starting reviews with a couple of bad plays in a row, but it has happened. And automatically we're like, oh, I'm tuning out. Peace. So left guard. Okay. All right. So we have a TE stunt. The tackle who penetrates is the T of that TE. The E is the loop. Feeney sets to him. Again, more of an aggressive jump set. Aggressive 45 jump set. I would call it more. It's a mixture of both. He doesn't truly jump in because he's not closing ground on him, but he goes straight lateral. So it's a mix of a jump and a 45. It's an aggressive set, but obviously notices that he's kind of bending his track to the outside. Gets his hands on, plays long, stays square, eyes up, drops his post. As we say, the post right here, this foot in this set. This is the post foot. And you got to drop that to open your lower half to get back inside. So good job recognizing. Hands, look like they land a little high, the left hand, but still a good job kind of stuffing him to the left tackle to allow the left tackle to pick him up. By the way, I will say this. We will see some plays. Pretty much the entire Chargers offensive line is brutal. Like left tackle, right guard. I know next year when he's playing center, like his left guard, right guard, left tackle are all just like brutal. I think it's the left guard who's worse than the right guard. I forget, but they're all pretty bad. It was not good. And you'll see that. But overall, good job here, obviously. Good job not overcommitting. You see some guys who overcommit their hips and will kind of stick the penetrator too long. And then the B gap will be too open and they'll take it. So you cannot overcommit on stunts. You have to keep your eyes up. You have to stay square. You have to turn the tank or turn the turret, not the tank, like Jim McNally says, which just turn the upper half, not the lower half. That's what he's talking about. So good job. Drops his post. You can see some of the athleticism right there. Hands on, runs him out of the play. Look at that throwing window. And that's where the stunt was coming from. Good job by Feeney. Like I said, I'm higher on Feeney than before I watched him. That's a positive. He's left guard right here. It's a wider split, and this could be because they're running this this boss power zone, so they want to get him closer to the edge, closer to reach. A little bit of tighter split. This is obviously a bigger one. That's a tight one. So tight one on the backside right here could tell you that they don't want this guy to penetrate. But let's watch. So he almost like scooches, but he moves laterally. If this defender, the 3 tech, were to penetrate or to kind of stack him, he would just get outside leverage on the 3 tech, the D tackle. But he does a good job right here, not chasing. I do like that. You see a lot of guys, young guys, or just guys in general. This guy crosses their face. They're not going to trust their center. And they're going to chase him inside, and then another guy would penetrate let's say the B gap. So I like that he's not chase him, hand check, which is just popping up that near shoulder to allow your one, to slow him down, and to allow your center, whoever's next to you, to get, a little bit better positioning on the block and not have to face as much momentum. So, but good job not chasing. Right hand lands on the inside pec of the guy who's slanting inside. The D end does a good job overtaking that block, swinging his lower half to get that positional leverage, swinging his feet, stand him up, and then run this power boss zone. I would call it more boss zone, which is just taking on like the apex. They're blocking to the apex, where power is more the D end. Like they would, maybe whatever, combo to the backer, combo to this backer. They'd probably actually on a true power, they would probably kick out, combo to this backer. He would work to this backer, and then the fullback would block the D end. That's like a power zone. But good job on that play by Feeney. Hands grip. By the way, I have to watch 2 more games of Niesman and then do the article, and I'm done with all the articles and the putting up the plays or recording plays. And then I just got to record shows, and within the next 6 days, by next Wednesday, I should be done. So I'm super pumped. So if Morgan Moses or Sherman or one of these guys gets signed, that's my only focus, and it should be out pretty quick. Usually takes me a week. I want to watch, especially with bigger guys. I like to watch 16 games of them. So that could take some time, if it's a day off, I can watch, 6, 7, 8 games. If it's not, maybe 2 or 3, but, yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping they sign Moses or one of these guys. We'll see. I don't think they're done. They're going to sign somebody else, and you'll get a film review. Left guard, obviously. Another good play. You can't tell me this guy's terrible. And this is good. This is a lot of what you learn. In terms of punching, a lot of guys teach punches, whether it be inside or outside, hand that's going to come underneath, but then the other hand coming over the top. A lot of guys teach that alternating punch where it's typically for the one is underneath.